So, is it safe to say that I will be going back live at 7 o'clock, which is considered late for my channel and me? I don't know yet, but we're doing a 7 o'clock live. You know how we usually do lives, usually between 6 and 7, and sometimes I've done later lives when I go through spurts. But we got a lot to go over. Like I said, there's been a lot of concerning things that I just been open about and honest. I kind of sort of not I'm not trying to tell people what they want to hear only because when people do that, that's just because they want to, hold on to the audience. And I'm not trying to hold on to the audience with telling people what they want to hear. I'm pretty much trying to tell you, my thoughts and my opinions on, hopefully a good outcome for Chrisean Rock. But remember, she's doing the first of her obligation to probation in Oklahoma. Um, we don't know how the second's gonna turn out. All we know is that she is going to be granted her freedom for permanent. I mean, I said permanent. Hopefully that it's permanent. She's gonna be getting her freedom back for a period of time, and we don't know how it's going to turn out after that. I'm not with the guessing games, and I'm not also with the reading legal docs, because we all know that they change them dockets all the time. The Up until the day they go into court, they can literally get called to the bench where you can't hear that little sidebar conversation they call a sidebar. Sometimes they put that little staticky thing on so you can't hear it. And in the instant, somebody's life is changed forever. So I'm just hoping that Chrisean Rock, when she goes back to court, after she gets bailed out, we know she's going to be able to go in back into court free, and she's going to not be, getting haved or in handcuffs, because she's going to be able to bail out on the 10% of the 25,000. That we understand. But I'm hoping that she walks back out them doors when she goes back into court, because she could be getting probation violation surrender, like Blueface did, where he knew when he had to surrender himself, turn himself in. He went in with his lawyer, and he had to serve 7 months. But we know he's doing longer because of the simple fact that he had paraphernalia. So let me go down the list and say hi to everybody. Make sure that you're subscribed to my main channel. And this is my second channel, SL Davis Social Media News. It sounds closer to my main channel, so I don't want to confuse you, but you can tell the difference because the background is black, and also the subscriber count is less than almost close to 6,000 subscribers, but is not where my main channel is at. So that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell between the two channels, which one's my main and which is my second. Hey, Latisse, how you doing? Teresa, Buttercup. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Tiffany. Wendelina. What is this? Wait a minute. Victo Swing. Hi, I hope I didn't tear up your name, sis. You know I am horrible with names. Let me see. Let me go down. Poetic. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Buttercup. What are you doing for your birthday? So I want you guys to listen as I get sidetracked, because Buttercup is always good at sidetracking me. But that's how she knows that I got love for her, because not everybody can sidetrack me. But my supporters, the ones that ride that are my day ones from A1, they can always sidetrack me whenever they get ready, especially when it's their birthday. So let's say happy birthday. Try to put some hearts up into the chat for Buttercups. show some love. Happy birthday, happy birthday. They come around once a year. I had to put that AC on. Also, guys, I got the patch. That patch where I showed you the healing patch, I got mine's on right now. And Hunty, it already got my neck because my neck's always stiff on my left side. Honey has already got my neck not stiff. So, like I said, I'm only gonna be able to wear it a half a day because I got it in my hand around 2. So I'll be putting the patch on every morning from 8 to 8 at night, 12 hours, and then you have to take it off for 12 hours. So I'm only gonna wear it to 8:15 because I put it on at 2:15 today. So I'm gonna be wearing the first patch a half a day, 6 hours. But yeah, it's just weird. My neck feels good. Hopefully I sleep good. But like I said, I know that stuff doesn't just work right away. So I don't get myself discouraged. I know it's gonna take maybe take about a couple of days to a week. It says today's nothing. I don't have. No, it is a special day. It's a special day. So tell us what you're gonna do on Saturday. I appreciate you guys for celebrating Buttercup's birthday. Thank y'all. Y'all are sweethearts. Okay, so anyways, there's this video floating around, and don't get me to lying. I have never met Chrisean Rock's lawyer. I don't know what he looks like. I can't keep up with these people's names and who's representing who. I don't even know or would if I walk past hey Cyrus, if I walk past Blueface's lawyer in the street, I wouldn't even go, "Oh, that's Blueface's lawyer." I'm not a fan of these people. I might support Chrisean Rock, and if Blueface is doing something righteous, I give him credit when credit's due. But as far as me knowing people's lawyers and remember their faces and this, that, and other, I have not a clue. This video is crazy. No 411. You said this video is crazy. No 411. So I don't know where this video came from. I don't know how it got related to Chrisean Rock's situation. I know the guys talking about Oklahoma and how the laws work in Oklahoma. But this is not the first time I've seen this video circulating around. I also seen this video on somebody's commentary video. So I think in this case, even though we know people have tendencies with no receipts to put up stuff that they're never gonna ever present any receipts to, and they're just gonna run with whatever they say as we need to believe it's the truth. This was put on somebody's commentary video, and if this relates to Chrisean Rock, I'm trying to figure out what this means because it don't sound too good. If this is Chrisean Rock's lawyer, somebody fill me in the comment section. I don't have a problem when I don't know something. We can all learn together because, I don't know everything, just like you guys don't know everything. But I'm going to let y'all listen to what has been surfacing around social media as of a couple of days ago. And they're referring this to Chrisean Rock's case. Now, how this is referring to Chrisean Rock's case, I don't know. Oh, I see it. Duh. My eyes are bad. And I just saw it. You know what? I just saw it a second ago. It's up at the top. Her name's on this. So, okay, I'm hip. But again, this looks like this video has been pieced and patched together. So I don't know if this is a lawyer talking about Chrisean Rock. It could be talking about a similar probation violation in Oklahoma that somebody violated, or they could be generally speaking, not speaking of Chrisean Rock, but just generally speaking about when you break the laws of probation or parole or whatever. This is what Oklahoma can possibly do to you. So to me, I don't care what nobody says. This looks like a video that was patched together, and it could be making it appear to be an associate, a legal associate of Chrisean Rock's, and he might not be. So that's why I said I'm gonna run it by y'all, let y'all hear what's being said. But it's not a surprise to me if there is someone that patchwork this video together, and everybody and their mamas now sharing it, and they're trying to run with this narrative that it's not looking too good for Chrisean Rock, because a lot of people want to see Chrisean Rock go to jail. So it's not a surprise to me if this was something that was patchwork together, and they cropped the lawyer, attorney or lawyer in this, and he's talking about Oklahoma, and then they put up at the top Chrisean Rock's case number and first and last name, date of birth, and all that other stuff. It's not really hard to falsify receipts. You can make fake receipts all the time and go, oh, this is what they're saying about Chrisean Rock. And it's a lot of that going on. And let me just say something before we get into this video. Stop trying to tell me how to work my set. The reason why I know China has nothing to do with Chrisean Rock, that's just her sister, and they don't know each other. But the same rule applies to China. Like you said, they don't know each other. But China still clout chases off her sister's name. She wants to fake pretend like she's even defending Junior when Junior's getting so-called disrespected in the community, particularly by Carlissa. But she's never even met her own nephew. Stop acting like you deaf, blind, and retarded. We all know that Chrisean is not close with her sister. We all know she's never in her life going to do anything for her sister China, because China is an opportunist. China is somebody who got on YouTube because of Chrisean Rock. Nobody asked her to come over here and be a YouTuber. China was going to become a YouTuber because she figured you're going to either give me some money. Hold on one second. Oh, I thought I heard somebody at my door. You're either going to give me some money, or I'm just going to, because I'm like all the other Malones, even we know she's not a Malone. She was the firstborn. She's the oldest. I don't care about none of that. So don't get my comment section saying, she's not a Malone. She's the firstborn and she has her own daddy. We know that. She's still related to Chrisean. But China came into the situation like, I don't care. You're going to either give me some money, put me down on something, or I'm going to, like the family has all done, majority of them in their own way. Or we're going to let the whole world know that we're related. So when I do decide to get on any of these social media platforms, people are going to want to follow me because they're going to want to hear what I have to say, because you're Chrisean Rock and I'm your sister. So we already know how the game plan goes, okay? And don't be surprised when Chrisean Rock gets out that China is you're not gonna be able to get China off that YouTube channel. She is definitely setting her setup so that when her sister gets out, she's if she feels like Chrisean Rock is triggering her, she gonna expose her. She been doing it. If she feels like Chrisean Rock is being nice to her, and all praise due to Allah type of attitude she want to be on, then she gonna talk good about her sister. She flip-flops. So this is why a month or so ago I was displaying the behavior of China, because she gets a little bit carried away. And I just knew she was gonna get up here and act ratchet. And what did she do? Get up here and act ratchet. She's sitting up there having senseless arguments with other channel holders who they're having senseless arguments with China because they ain't got no other content to piggyback off of. You call us rocktards, but you're piggybacking off of the due diligence and the resources where I get my information at, and you're gathering the intel, and then you're going live like you're the receipt queen, like you got all the inside scoop, but you're piggybacking off the efforts of the same people you're calling the rock tards. But I'm not getting way off the subject. I'm gonna play this video, and we're gonna have to figure this out with this situation with what this man is saying. And in fact, is this Chrisean Rock's lawyer?
Or an application to accelerate in Oklahoma law. I am Stuart Erickson, Wagner attorney. After a plea deal of probation in Oklahoma, there's two types of probation. There's a suspended sentence where you'd be on probation, or a deferred sentence when you're on probation. And let's just say you're serving a 5-year probationary sentence. So 5 years you're on probation. An application to revoke is to revoke a suspended sentence. Now, a suspended sentence is a permanent conviction on your record. A deferred sentence is where the judge defers sentencing for that 5 years. At the end of 5 years, if you do everything right, the judge will come back, dismiss, and expunge that case. But now, an application to revoke or accelerate is when a person violates their probation, either by committing a new crime or by violating a technical part of your probation, like not paying your fines and costs with the clerk's office. If you're supposed to go get a drug and alcohol evaluation and follow those recommendations, if you fail to do that, the DA's office will file an application and basically say, go back to the judge and say, Judge, this defendant has violated their probation. We want them to go to prison, or we want some sort of sanction or something like that. So when an application is filed, you are entitled to a hearing. Again, it's not a jury trial, though. It'd only be to the judge.
This is Davis Nation over here. Nobody's no tards over here. The person who's saying that are tards, retards.
The state would have to prove that you violated your probation, either by putting on evidence of a new crime you committed, or by simply calling your probation officer. And maybe the probation officer just testifies he's failed to report in person, or she's failed to report in person. That's a violation. Now, as your defense attorney, many times what can be done, especially for technical violations, is to stipulate. Like, let's say you've just failed to report and you have some reasons, but the person ignored it. So as your attorney, I would try to get the DA's office to agree and say, hey, we agree we have failed to report, but hold off on this application. Let us get back into compliance. We will report. And let's say 6 months. Let's hold this off for 6 months. Let my client prove that they can report. And so after 6 months, if you've reported, then that application can be dismissed. Now, if there's just a complete failure, again, let's say it's a 5-year suspended sentence, that is a conviction. So if the state were to prove that you violated it and the judge says, yeah, you're not fit for probation any longer, the judge could sentence you to 5 years in prison or less, anywhere up to 5.
You see how blatantly he just told you? And that's how I tell you the hard truth too. Now, I ain't said no 8 years. I said that the remaining probation time that she has, they can look at that and say, you just don't know how to be in compliance. You obviously just don't know how to do probation, and we can't trust you. So we're going to make you do the rest of your time in a sentence. And they can make her do, he just said 5 years or less. In Chrisean Rock's case, I don't know what she presented to a lawyer for an excuse why she didn't make it to her probation. Because I'm quite sure she came up with something. Because you can't just say I just didn't come. Because they can just say, well, we're just gonna put you in jail, and you're gonna do the rest of your probation in jail. So I'm quite sure, lawyers are liars. And I'm quite sure, the lawyer may even told Chrisean Rock what they was going to actually present to the judge and the DA and the probation officer, because it's a lose-lose situation, because you can't win because you got your probation officer, you got the DA and the judge and the law, and you broke the law. So there's 4 things against you. So that's why I said we got to tread lightly. We know she's going to get out, but who knows? It could be set up for her to get out, bail out after 30 days because they're like, get yourself together, get your son situated because you're about to do some time. When I say that, I'm not trying to say no crazy time. It could be another 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or 7 months or a year or maybe no time at all. Maybe it could be you're going to stay in the state of Oklahoma until that probation is over. And she might have to wear like a bracelet. He stopped like mid sentence. Weird. 5 years. That guy's weird. And hopefully not acting like that in court. I hope not either. That's why I said I wanna share this with you. Because it's been floating around this video for the last, I seen it for the first time yesterday. So just because I seen it for the first time yesterday, that don't mean nothing. That video could have been floating around and this community over here just seen it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It could have been floating around for a couple of days. Her talking too much online is what. Yep, exactly, Latisse. And I was saying all of this stuff prior to her getting locked up. I don't know. I don't know who gets comfortable and thinks that they're gonna tell their fans, "Yeah, I got a couple of warrants in a couple of states, and I need to clear them up, and the things will work." You don't tell a bunch of haters, a bunch of idiots, a bunch of morons that you got a warrant, having them use something against you. Somebody that's bored and miserable with their life that'll sit and try to call the police because they know you're in, I don't know, LA at the time or wherever the location you might be at, and they'll call the police and watch you on live get arrested, and that'll be their entertainment and adrenaline for the day. Where do they do that at? Or house arrest, right? But they might want her to do all of these things, though, Tiffany, in the custody of Oklahoma. Not the custody, in the state of Oklahoma. Same thing. So I don't know how this is gonna go, guys. Hopefully when she gets out, on the 7th, she's able to. I know her first priority is not getting on social media and explaining anything to us. I don't expect her to. I expect her to want to run as fast as she can to get Junior. But I hope that she also gets up here and explains what's going on as father's, you know, her obligations to that second charge they got on the docket that she violated her probation on. Because I don't know, I just like I had a bad feeling with that judge with Blueface and how she was getting surgery, but she didn't want no one to take the case over. Like she didn't want, I guess, nobody to take that case over. Like she didn't want no judge to get on that stand and drop the ball, and maybe by an accident release him. She wanted to handle that case. That judge did. So I'm getting a gut feeling that I don't know. Like I said, she'll be free on September 7th. But when she walks back into that courthouse, will she be walking back out? Or it could be that she could be walking back out. They could be giving her a sentencing when she goes back to court, where she's able to leave, and they'll give her time to get everything situated on the outside. Then she'll have to turn herself in. So it's called a surrender. Like we seen Blueface do with the red raincoat. Okay, when he thought it was all cute walking in with his lawyer. And he was doing the 7 months on a probation violation, but then he got caught with paraphernalia and stuff in his cell, and this is why he's doing the extra 11 months to a year. So I don't know how it's gonna work out for Chrisean Rock, but I don't think she should have been up there running her business about that. I think all she needed to do was run her butt to the courts and clear them up. Never mind telling people. So I don't know. Bad guy feeling Oklahoma. Trying to make an example out of her. Yeah, everyone keeps saying it too. Hopefully, Tareen will keep Junior if she has to do. Yeah, of course. Whoever got Junior right now ain't gonna switch up on Chrisean Rock if she got to do time. If they're helping her out now, they're gonna continue to help her out. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But when Chrisean Rock gets out, she needs to really get herself together. Cause this don't make no sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make no sense how this is going down. It's easy to get in trouble. Don't they always say that, guys? But it's hard to get out. And I wish people would understand that before they put themselves in these situations. But sometimes it takes, like they say, a hard head make a soft behind. So that's why I just been trying to be a realist from the beginning, and sometimes people I've lost some subscribers behind it. Matter of fact, I lost a subscriber who I was really real close with. But that just showed how petty she was to begin with, low key. Because a disagreement, this is when Chrisean Rock wasn't moving right. And we had a fallout. She was on my lives every day, supporting me and everything. One of my mods and everything. And she disappeared. Then one day I seen her on a panel she'd never be on. But see, that's how sometimes people be when you don't agree with them, they start doing petty stuff. The true person really comes out that they're not as real as they pretend to be. Because they'll switch up on you and be friends with your enemies in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was trying to let y'all know the harsh reality of what could happen her playing around with them courts and knowing that she had all them warrants in them different states. And what I said happened. She got jammed up. I said it was better for her to go into court rather than get herself arrested. It doesn't look right to the courts that you came in because you are arrested and you came in. It looks like a disrespect to the courts. It also looks like if you didn't get arrested, was you ever going to come in? Did you have any plans to come in? And a lot of people didn't want to hear that if she has to do time, a year would be reasonable. Right. Yeah, shake my head. Oklahoma does not play in. I know it, and that's another thing I've been thinking about too, Tiffany. And it's election time. You keep it real, and I love you for keeping it real. Great job. Thank you, Odine. Thank you, sweetie. Mwah. Says you don't want that type of supports anyways. Exactly, fake. You ain't never lied about that. Or a year on house arrest so she can still take care of Junior. Right. So that in a perfect world, Wendelina, with a judge with a heart, that's what if they're trying to make her, pay for what she did, which is not you know fulfill her legal obligations in Oklahoma and check in. I don't know how often she had to check in or pay restitution or whatever or do community service, but let's just hope that whoever the judge is can find it in their heart to be a little human and maybe, like you said, house arrest. But I think that if she got house arrest, again, a lot of these things would probably have to still happen in the state of Oklahoma. I don't know. She might not get any of what I'm saying to you. So and I'm making this clear to you because I don't want to hear if nothing does happen to Chrisean Rock, which would be a good thing. Oh, well, you said no, no, no. I was giving you the different scenarios, how things could happen so that you don't get your hopes up too high and be disappointed. Yes, you are right. It says those who do, we can't pray. Right. But I do pray, and I'm definitely not praying on her. She better be Very careful who she asks or allows to pray for, because they might be praying on her demise. You got to be careful with people, because people are evil these days. I really feel like sometimes this is the end of the world, the way people be moving out here in these streets, you know? But like I always say, it's easy to get in trouble and it's hard to get out. I just don't understand what this lawyer was trying to say.
Application to revoke or an application to accelerate in Oklahoma law. I am 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪�ึ. A plea deal of probation in Oklahoma. There's two types of probation. There's a suspended sentence.
Hold on. I want to get the original one. Hold on. I didn't edit this because I'm trying to figure out if is this the whole video? The edit one is one that I just recorded and didn't crop anything
application
out.
To revoke or an application to accelerate in Oklahoma law. I am 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. After a plea deal of probation in Oklahoma, there's two types of probation. There's a suspended sentence where you be on probation, or a deferred sentence when you're on probation. And let's just say you're serving a 5-year probationary sentence. So 5 years you're on probation. An application to revoke is to revoke a suspended sentence. Now, a suspended sentence is a permanent conviction on your record. A deferred sentence is where the judge defers sentencing for that 5 years. At the end of 5 years, if you do everything right, the judge will come back, dismiss, and expunge that case.
Tiffany, that's why I said I don't know if this video was patchwork together and cropped a lawyer in who was happened to be talking about Oklahoma. And they're trying to also, edit Chrisean Rock's criminal dockets. You know what I'm saying? With the video. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not trying to run. I hear a lawyer talking about something in Oklahoma, and I see up at the top Chrisean Rock's case number and Chrisean Rock's first and last name. I'm not going to assume that this is our lawyer talking. I want to know who this man is. Right. That's what I'm saying. People like to plant seeds. This is a good example of what I mean. Where did this person get this information at? Because it looks like it's been put together like a puzzle. Patchwork together. Like they put a lawyer who happened to be talking about something in Oklahoma, something to do with probation and serving time, and then all of a sudden all you see is Chrisean's paperwork and like it relates to Chrisean Rock. I don't hear him say one time even Chrisean Rock's name. And why would he be saying in a public platform, unless it was in the courthouse, what he's saying?
But now, an application to revoke or accelerate is when a person violates their probation, either by committing a new crime or by violating a technical part of your probation, like not paying your fines and costs with the clerk's office. If you're supposed to go get a drug and alcohol evaluation and follow those recommendations, if you fail to do that, the DA's office will file an application and basically say, go back to the judge and say, Judge, this defendant has violated their probation. We want them to go to prison, or we want some sort of sanction or something like that. So when an application is filed, you are entitled to a hearing. Again, it's not a jury trial, though. It'd only be to the judge. The state would have to prove that you violated your probation, either by putting on evidence of a new crime you committed or by simply calling your probation officer. And maybe the probation officer just testifies he's failed to report in person, or she's failed to report in person. That's a violation.
And
now, as your defense attorney, many times what can be done, especially for technical violations, is to stipulate.
They don't need anything but the probation officer's word to stipulate your probation. You always hear me say stipulate your probation. She stipulated her probation. You always hear me say it. You're hearing this lawyer say that word, a stipulation.
Like, let's say you've just failed to report and you have some reasons, but the person ignored it. So as your attorney, I would try to get the DA's office to agree and say, hey, we agree we have failed to report, but hold off on this application. Let us get back into compliance. We will report. And let's say 6 months. Let's hold this off for 6 months. Let my client prove that they can report. And so after 6 months, if you've reported, then that application can be dismissed. Now, if there's just a complete failure, again, let's say it's a 5-year suspended sentence, that is a conviction. So if the state were to prove that you violated it and the judge says, yeah, you're not fit for probation any longer, the judge could sentence you to 5 years in prison or less, anywhere up to 5. So
you hear what he was saying? Because I was saying the same thing. They might say, we gave you probation, you can't follow it. So instead of you doing 4 years probation, we're going to make you do 4 years jail time of your probation. Not free, doing is when probation is jail time, but you're doing it freely outside, if that makes sense. But if you can't be responsible enough to do your probation, you can easily get brought back into court, surrender. You have to surrender yourself, and they can say, okay, you don't know how to just do probation. Then what we're gonna do is you owe us 4 years and you was on probation, so do it now in jail time. I said all of this to you guys before. I said it prior to her getting locked up. So he's not telling you anything that's no surprise. Hey, Houston.
That is how that.
No surprise at all. So, like I said all of this before. So, I just want to find out, who is this guy? Is that her lawyer, or is that just a random lawyer that they just paste and put together Chrisean Rock's legal documents and trying to pass that off as something that her lawyer is saying about Chrisean Rock? It don't sound like that man is talking about a Chrisean Rock. He's talking in general. For all we know, that man could have a YouTube channel and he's a legal attorney, and he's just telling you, for the state of Oklahoma, the rules. Like if you violate your probation. But still, max was 4 years or 5, right? Not 8, but 4. I think it's 4 or 5 years. Chat bushes, feel free to. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. I sure enough, he ain't even said it probably one time to hit that like button. Her lawyer. Yeah, I ain't looked on her records, but I'm just saying, Tiffany says she's gonna check it out. So we'll find out who he is. I'm not saying he's not a lawyer, but I'm just trying to say it looks like somebody put that video together, and try to pass it on as in he's referring to Chrisean Rock. And that lawyer might be somebody who has a YouTube channel, and that could have came from one of his videos on his YouTube channel. He might be an Oklahoma lawyer from YouTube. I mean, Oklahoma lawyer with a YouTube channel. And every day he puts up something with Oklahoma law, or stuff that people might ask him about that are popular legal questions. He'll do a video and monetize it and give out free information about the law in Oklahoma. There's lawyers that always open up YouTube channels. We don't know. I don't know where that video came from. Okay, Tiffany, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, Houston. How are you doing, sweetie? I saw the video in the last week or so. Yeah, I did too. I saw it on a channel holder's page, and that's what made me kind of look side-eye, because I said, why are you showing this? Because what this guy's saying don't sound too hopeful. If they are talking about Chrisean Rock, I'd be kind of worried. Some of these crooked people are eating this. You already know it, Wendelina. They don't even want her to get out on the 7th. People get mad when you bring that up. They want to act like they want to see that girl in jail with the key thrown away. And it's crazy how there's some people will literally get in your comment section and express how they feel. She should be locked up. Who cares that she has a kid? There's a lot of women that got kids. And if you commit a crime, you should go to jail. And that is true. But y'all, not y'all, but the people that don't have a liking for Chrisean Rock. But y'all just don't like Chrisean Rock. The ones that want to see her in jail. That is so sad. Okay. Well, a lot of y'all know where y'all heard the video first from. So don't shoot the messenger. And we already know that half the time ain't no receipts furnished, and ain't no telling what they're gonna put up on any given day. So it's designed for mass confusion. I pray they give her a second chance. I hope so too, Myra. Crazy over Mary Jane. Blueface attempt 187, same amount, 4 years. A channel holder that makes it business daily to drag. Oh my God, Latisse, talk about it. I'm trying to tell you. That's crazy. They act like she's doing exactly. They act like she was on probation for something like crazy, like the attempted unaliving that Blueface got. Nobody talks about that, but they're always quick to talk about that little stupid stuff that she got herself into. She's only in trouble because she didn't comply with probation, like checking in if it was once a month or whatever, how many times out the month or week or whatever. She had to go into probation. She didn't go. And maybe some restitution she didn't pay. It ain't like she committed no set it off, like she robbed a bank or something. That's how you know that the hate for Chrisean, well, the hate for people in the black community for each other is. We're so enslaved in the mind that that's why we treat each other like this. Non-violent offense, legal. Exactly. It's just crazy. Chrisean attorneys Robert H. based out of state of Florida. Her attorney's name. If her attorney's name is Robert and he's based out of Florida, he must be a federal attorney because there's no way he can represent her in Oklahoma. Unless he has an Oklahoma license as well. That's good because that wasn't weird. Someone that wanted her to. Yep, exactly, Wendelina. That's why when she gets out, she needs to clean up shop. Am I in the right chat? I can't see my comments. Yeah. Well, you're probably on my second channel. I'm Diane. If you can't see your comments, and you might not be. I think if you're subscribed to both channels, they pop up the comments. Because there's been times people have been on the second channel, and I'm telling you, unless I'm going crazy, their comments will pop up, but they're not even on my main channel. They be on my second channel. He put a motion in to represent her in Oklahoma back in May. Oh, okay. Lady E, thank you for that. He was okay to represent her and be overseen by the Oklahoma attorney. Oh, okay. See, education. Key. Educate each other. There's nothing wrong when you don't know something to say you don't know. He's based in Florida, but they approved him with Oklahoma license and working under another firm. Oh, okay, I get it. All right, it makes more sense now. But listen, I'm not staying on here too long. I did go live at 7, which is I haven't done 7 o'clock and Lord knows how long. I'm gonna try to do these 7 or 8 o'clock lives going forward. But either way, long as I go live and I'm able to talk to you guys live, that's all that matters to me. Because I have to make sure that I let you know how special you guys are in my life, because without you guys, I am nowhere. This channel would be nowhere without the support from my supporters. And I appreciate you. And I just want to say I love y'all. Stay blessed. Poor SO, where keep us. Always, Tiffany. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Share the video as well. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Making sure that notification bell is on with the option all. So when I go live or have any pre-recorded videos to put up, you are the first one to watch. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Talk with y'all tomorrow. Be there or be square.